Everything is fine now. The recording has been clicked on. Okay. So, dear all, I would like to welcome you in the 8th Creative Classroom Group and Conference with the title Inclusive, Beautiful, Sustainable Schools. As you already know, inclusion, beauty and sustainability in new learning environments are the three important pillars of this year's annual theme in the twinning under the title Our Future Beautiful, Sustainable Together, Schools and the New European Bauhaus. E-twinners are invited to reflect with their students about the school of their dreams, where the blended learning plays an important role after the new normal. Dedicated to the theme twinning group is going to be launched these days, isn't it, Sophia? Yes, because Sophia is one of the moderators. True? Yeah, open your microphone.
Yes, there will be launched a new e-training group, which will have to do with securing and safe control, taking an initiative to help our Ukrainian colleagues and learners and try to design activities that will provide them with a safe environment that can get them to the normality that they should be now, okay? And they have suffered so much, and all this invasion and war has impacted them so gravely. So e-twinners will take an initiative to help them and support them.
Congratulations. So, any twinning spring campaign, How to Be Smart Online, was on the air the whole March, engaging teachers with their students in various activities and online events. And Creative Classroom has also embedded the annual theme, like every year, in the annual activities, launching a group campaign with related activities, a specific page with the title Inclusive, Beautiful, Sustainable Schools, a forum discussion with a targeted question, how do you design inclusive, beautiful, let's say, this is the specific page with the topic. And this is the forum discussion. How do you design inclusive, beautiful and sustainable learning environments for your students? For all the group members to interact and have a fruitful discussion among them. But as far as I can see, although this activity was had a deadline until the end of March, let's say that it will be open the whole year long as the annual theme goes on, because we have a lot in our minds, we have a lot to do at our school, and this is not a very active forum. So be welcome there and write, please, and interact in the forum just to have an idea of what the others are doing in their schools. And of course, a creative activity with teachers and students, the School of My Dreams. Teachers were invited to engage their students in an activity to imagine how the future, the dream school will be, to draw or to write text. It is in a Padlet. I can share with you the Padlet. Just give me a second to see for you to see what the beautiful drawings all the students have done for the moment, and you will have the time to visit it. Here it is, the Padlet. And let's go on to the next slide. On February, we had an online seminar inviting two dedicated to the group teachers who presented how they managed to enhance a school learning environment through Erasmus virtual mobilities. But before giving the floor to the presenters to share with us their projects and inspiring activities, I would like to invite you all to think of how do you understand the inclusive, beautiful and sustainable schools, what kind of support would you like to have from the group, from the Creative Classroom group, to create inclusive, sustainable and beautiful schools, and what kind of activities you do on that purpose? Just give me a second to share the link in the chat box, and then you will have the time to write there how do you understand the inclusive, beautiful and sustainable schools? How do you believe that the Creative Classroom can support you in creating inclusive, beautiful and sustainable schools, and what kind of activities you do this year on that purpose? You have more or less 2 or 3 minutes. This whiteboard will be open during the whole event for you to interact there. You can add your ideas. And let me open it also here just to see what you are writing for the moment. I don't see anything. Okay, take your time. There is no hurry at all. You have the time to do it. It takes time, of course, it takes time to open it. Yes, yes, I know. But you have time until the end of this event to write your ideas on how do you understand the inclusive, beautiful and sustainable schools. How do you think that Creative Classroom can support you in creating these environments? And what kind of activities do you do this year to create inclusive, beautiful and sustainable learning environments? In case you don't see the link, I will paste it again in the chat box. Okay, I will go forward, but you have the time to write there. So, as I am waiting, and all of us waiting until the end of this unconference for you to write in that board, we have here 16 participants with us, 16 creative minds, 16 creative members of the Creative Classroom group who would like today to present to us what they do or they have done with their students at their schools to create these learning environments. First of all, I would like to invite Helga Kralic from Croatia. She is a primary and secondary schools working teacher, and she is going to present to us an e-twinning project where students first studied the SDGs. Then they found examples of their fulfillment in their town, and finally they came up with the 3 suggestions for the town how to improve its sustainability. The students also went out on streets to talk to people about localization of the 16 sustainable global goals, and now we're getting ready for blogging in April. So, Helga, the floor is yours. Welcome to the Creative Classroom Unconference, and you can take the control and move the slides presenting us your project.
Thank you. So my name is Helga Kralic, and I really do appreciate this opportunity to share our e-twinning project with you. I've been teaching English and German for over 20 years now, and I work in a high school in Zagreb, which is very close to our capital, very close to Zagreb. Our school is an e-twinning school for 3 years now, and we've been actively involved in Erasmus Plus programs since 2017. This year, we've also become Erasmus Plus accredited school in the field of school education for the period of next 5 years. Are the slides changing?
Yes, yes. We are in the slide 13. Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, right. Since we are the only high school in this area, in August last year, we decided to share our e-twinning experience and many examples of good practice that had been awarded both national and European quality labels with primary schools teachers in our area. So we organized a 2-day-long training and invited all interested teachers from local primary schools to join us. We had 6 schools with over 20 teachers working together. This was actually the first time our high school directly reached out to primary school teachers, and as a result of this very successful training, 4 primary schools decided to join in on a national e-twinning project. I have to say that this was the first e-twinning project for the most of them. And having it in Croatian, in our mother tongue, was then a big plus for them. Another unique point about this project is the fact that it involves students from the age of 9 to 19. So you can imagine how challenging it is to design activities that will be both suitable and doable for all of these students. On this training, we went through all the steps together, from creating the account in the e-twinning platform to adding students, introducing schools, creating pages, and adding content. We named our project Moj kraj I ja, which means my neighborhood in a broader sense and me. And as already mentioned, the theme is our future beautiful, sustainable together, so our project fits perfectly. The objective of the project is to explore and encourage the self-sustainment of our town and the area, encourage active citizenship, study the sustainable development goals, and find solutions for their localization. We hope to encourage our students, but also our citizens, environmentally friendly behavior. So we decided to include our town's council in the project as well. They happily joined and sponsored 2 of our activities, and the end results will be presented to the local community in April, marking the Earth Day. The town council encourages projects and cooperations like this, so they've decided to issue a special recognition to all students and teachers who have actively been participating in this project. We designed this project jointly on this training, and it was meant to encourage the teachers to use the knowledge and experience they already have from the previous, of course, everyday teaching, and just teach them how to apply the skills and experience in working in twin space. Due to the 2-year-long online teaching, all the teachers are familiar and more or less good at using digital tools. So when deciding on the activities, we tried to include a variety of digital tools, but also introduce them to twin space tools. Of course, introductory activities were the first, and most of it was done on the spot, just to make the teachers feel more comfortable using the twin space. Marking the European Day of Languages was our first joint activity. In this one, we had our students from high school in the area of hospitality design a virtual tour of the local site. Next, primary students took the tour with their teachers to learn something new about this site, but in a foreign language. The first activity, the aim was to introduce the notion of SDGs to our students, especially the young ones. Remember, I said we had students from the age of 9 up to 19. So at least introducing the notion of SDGs to the young ones was a bit challenging. And the second activity focused on promoting and encouraging the active citizenship. Actually, what we did, we had schools working together on several different events to collect things needed in the Red Cross organization for the less fortunate ones. The children learned the importance of donating their time, toys, food, and so on. Designing holiday cards was an easy activity just before Christmas and the holidays, but again, we tried to encourage sustainable development by creating the cards either digitally or using recycled materials. After the holidays, the work got serious again, and we looked for examples of the sustainable development in our town. But we also decided to share what we have learned by going outside, by talking to our fellow citizens, by posting our digital designs and any other creations, QR codes in the local community, thus raising the importance of awareness of the sustainable development locally. At the moment, we are trying to find sustainable solutions to propose to our town because we want to give something back to them because they have been supporting us in our project this whole year. You will later see what we have come up with for now. The last activity will be like a grand finale, sponsored by the town council. We will organize the first blogging event ever in our community, and even international partners from Lithuania, Italy, Portugal, and Turkey will take part on the spot. And this is how we took our national e-twinning project on the international level. Let us now have a look at unfortunately, only one example of end results for each activity. To see more, you can visit our twin space. In the first activity, each student chose one of the SDGs, researched it, and then presented the results of his or her research in a poster. We collected all of these posters in a collective e-magazine. The second poster you see here is one of many posters calling students, parents, teachers, and citizens to join in a charity event and help collect needed things, foods, toys, and so on. There's also a collage you will see here of holiday greeting cards designed either digitally or from recycled materials. Okay. We are very proud of the suggestions our students came up with to help our town become even more sustainable. I'm sure you recognize the first picture is a reusable cloth bag. We will try to make them more personal by painting them and therefore encourage our parents, neighbors, friends to reuse them as often as possible. On the second picture, we will try to decorate reusable glass bottles to encourage again people to use them and use the drinkable water available at 3 spots in our town instead of buying disposable plastic bottles. As I already mentioned, in April, we are planning an international blogging event where we will present all of our hard work and its end results, prepare exhibitions of decorated reusable bags and bottles, and the town will publicly acknowledge our end results and we will take part in the blogging event. As you know, dissemination and evaluation are very important parts of projects. We pay special attention to these activities as well. So we have conducted a midterm project evaluation in Tresider in January, and the final evaluation will be done in Google Forms end May or beginning July. Dissemination has been done since day one, when one of the participating teachers published an article about our training on Croatian educational platform called Skole HR. Also, we pay attention that each partner school regularly publishes the news and updates on their websites and social media. We are lucky enough to have a state television located in our town, and they are always very happy to come and talk to us about what we are doing at the moment. I hope you find this presentation and this sharing of good practice usable, that it will help you plan some of the activities to promote sustainable development and maybe introduce SDGs to your students. I thank you very much for your attention, and I would kindly ask you to go to scan the code or go to bit.ly link to give me feedback. Thank you again very much.
Thank you very much, Helga. Congratulations for your nice work you are doing with your students and all these activities. And keep going on with that enthusiasm. And now let's move forward to Michaela Rodica-Brata from Romania, and she is going to present to us the non-formal and the digital classrooms for inclusion. It is a presentation of the Erasmus KA 29 project entitled The Non-Formal and the Digital Classrooms for Inclusion 2018-2021. Coordinated by her school. This Erasmus project also has its own e-twinning version. So, Michaela, the floor is yours, and you can start presenting your project idea, your Erasmus and e-twinning one.
Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. My name is Mihaela Rodica-Brata. That's right. I am a teacher, a Romanian teacher of English. I've been teaching English for more than 20 years now. My school has also been accredited in the field of Erasmus+. We've also carried out a quite large number of e-twinning projects so far. Today I'm here to introduce to you this project, this Erasmus Plus project entitled The Non-Formal and the Digital Classrooms for Inclusion. It was coordinated by my school, Școala Vasile Lucaciu, Apa Satu Mare, which is located in the northwest of Romania, very close to the border, to the Romanian border, yes, with Hungary and Ukraine. So the world is very close to us. Yes, here you have the title of the project number, its logo. This is my school building that you can see in the picture. It was a school exchange partnership project. It lasted for 35 months. You have here the money allotted, the grant allotted to my school and to the whole partnership. Our partner schools are located or were from Italy, Poland and Turkey. Yes, our project was financed by the European Commission as part of the Erasmus Plus program. Right. When we decided, yes, to establish this Erasmus Plus school partnership, we realized that we all the 4 partner schools shared, yes, or faced the same problems in our schools. For example, lower insufficient school attendance, indiscipline, lack of motivation to learn, poor school results, school failure, early school leaving were among the most serious problems we were dealing with at that time. So we focused, yes, so our project directly focused on pupils, teachers, parents as well. We established, yes, several common points of our project. For example, as far as the pupils were concerned, there were a considerable number of pupils socially and economically disadvantaged, with unemployed parents, poverty, semi-literate or illiterate parents, etc. Teachers at that time still needed, yes, to develop their skills. Well, in terms of possible consequences, we realized that we have to take action in terms of turning our schools into more attracting, into friendlier, yes, schools. The aim of our Erasmus Plus project, entitled The Non-Formal and the Digital Classrooms for Inclusion, was to carry out digital and non-formal activities to reduce the cases of school dropout, as well as the number of cases of inappropriate behavior among our pupils. So we established these three objectives as being the general objectives of our Erasmus Plus project. We decided, yes, that by means of our project activities, we target at decreasing the absenteeism rate in all the 4 project schools by 20% by the end of the third year of the project. We also intended to reduce the acts of indiscipline among pupils from the 4 partner schools by 25% by the end of the project, and we also intended to improve their school results by 15% by the end of the project. I must confess that luckily, yes, fortunately, we managed to attain all these objectives. The direct beneficiaries in all the 4 project schools were 30 pupils in each project school, their parents, and 6 teachers in each of our schools. The indirect people who benefit, yes, from our project were the other teachers in each project school, the other pupils, their parents, the local community, also the local communities, in fact. Good. We carried out both local and transnational learning, teaching, and training activities. There were 4 short-term exchanges of pupils at each project partner school. We met in Romania in November 2018. Next year in Poland, the same year 2019, there was a project meeting in Italy, and the last meeting, yes, took place virtually because of the pandemic. Good. Now here we can see pictures that were taken during the local activities in Romania. These are my students. Okay. Here we see, yes, this picture was taken during a parent counseling activity. Yes, because there were counseling activities, local ones, in our project. Here we can see several pictures taken during the first mobility, which took place in November in Romania in 2018. The title of the activity was Non-Formal, yes, for Inclusion. The next year we met in Poland and we did quite a large number of digital activities in an area of integration and inclusive education. Poland, Siedlce. The same year, yes, in October, we met in Syracuse, Italy, for non-discrimination through non-formal drama orienteering and music activities. Pictures taken on that occasion. As I've already mentioned, the last meeting, yes, the last transnational activity took place online. It was a virtual activity and it was entitled The 21st Century Skills Through Team Building Games for Inclusion. It was a very productive week as well. And here we can see the final results of our project. We speak about the Story Jumper ebook and book and ebook, and also about the Story Jumper workbook, also digital and on paper, on the project key topics. For example, inclusion, non-discrimination, friendly school, tolerance, etc. Yes, this is the workbook. We also produced, yes, a collection of non-formal games for inclusion. Our project was taken to eTwinning, and it has received its eTwinning page, TwinSpace. Yes, we also created a website of our project. This is its web address. If you try to find us, if you try to find our project on Facebook, you can do that. You can search for it by typing in the non-formal and the digital classrooms for inclusion, and you will find more about our project. The song of the project was composed and first performed during the mobility in Italy in 2019. This is the logo of the project. Of course, yes, we made videos also on different occasions, posters on fidelity, respect, tolerance, the twin space of our project, which also includes leaflets, photo albums. Our pupils also made creative digital maps of their schools. Here are the links. You can find them on the website of our project. Presentations done on Calameo. Well, we also wrote a form theater play entitled The Noisy Class, and this form theater play produced, written, and acted when in Romania during the first transnational activity, comes up also with solutions to class indiscipline. I can kindly invite you to read this Noisy Class form theater play, which is one of the final results of our project. We also made a set of 15 digital lessons as part of our project, and also a set of Kahoot games on the key topics of the project, such as inclusion, non-discrimination, friendship, friendly school, team spirit, plans for the future, success in life, etc. The project diary was also written on paper and also online on Pensum. We also focused on the visibility of the project by banners, posters, etc. We also focused on dissemination and exploitation of the project results, and we made a plan which includes all the details of the dissemination activities carried out as part of our project. We also monitored our project, we and our national agencies, of course. The impact of the project was a very important component, yes, of our project. Here we can see some of the final results on paper printed, and our students looking through them. We also evaluated the activities and the project final results. Well, our quotation, famous quotation that guided our project was and stands, yes, is still, namely, success is not final, failure is not fatal, it is the courage to continue that counts, said Sir Winston Churchill. Right. So once again, please visit the website of our Erasmus Plus project at this address, nonformaldigitalforinclusion.com. Right. And thank you very much.
Michaela, we would like to thank you very much, and I like the fact that you ended the project with a quote. I personally start a project, and an e-twinning project especially, with a quote every time that I am doing a project. So I am searching very carefully, and I think that for a quote, and I think that you did also for your very ritual, as Athanasias said, project with a lot of activities.
Exactly. Thank you.
Yes, I would like to make a short stop here, and let's see if there are questions for Helga and Michaela. Do you have any questions? Okay, there is a question here that Natalia asks you if the link is to the Noisy Classroom handy.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And you can find the link to our book creator. Yes, the Noisy Class. The Noisy Class. Yes, you can find the link to that form theater play on the website of our project.
Okay. I would like to share with you all that the presentations along with the recordings will be soon after the Unconference uploaded on the Unconferences page. So you can find also the links that Michaela suggested, or each one of the participants and the presenters here. Any other question you would like to make to Helga and Michaela, apart from the very nice and very warm comments? Okay, so let's move forward. Thank you, Helga and Michaela, and let's move
Thank you.
forward to Athanasia Zafiropoulou from Greece, who is going to present to us Red through our school's window. It's a presentation of an e-twinning project 1617. Students from Norway, Greece, Romania, Croatia and Italy, and of course Tunisia, compare their rules, expectations, duties at secondary education. They share their experiences at everyday school life and they collaborate to create the school of their dreams. Very interesting idea, Athanasi, and very interesting project. So the floor is yours and we are listening.
It is always a great pleasure to be among members of Creative Classroom and one more unconference sharing ideas. Thank you for accepting me, Angeliki, here. This is a very old project, 6 years old, and one of my very first ones as a founder. And it was a bit experimentally the whole working process, but all of us were new e-twinners, all the members, but we have great collaboration and communication. At that time, we had 3 teachers meetings and 5 students meetings, live events. And it was one of the very the projects that I remember with pleasure.
Athanasia,
I try to take control. Yes. Okay.
This
Yes, because it is frozen. So during this collaboration, we had focused mainly on the rules because the Norwegian founder wants. Preferred a project about school rules. Why school rules? Because rules are everywhere, and it is very important to have our students focus on the idea that they have to be responsible, and this would help them as citizens as well. But during the working process, we have finally decided as the collaborative result of the whole work, the idea of the ideal school, the school of students' dreams. And we have created that. This is our final result, an ideal school in a Prezi presentation. We have worked in collaborative activities, in rules, of course, in expectations, in duties, but the best activity was the ideal school. And the collaborative activities had also a freestyle part. We had separate pages for these, where we had give the floor to our students to be creative and work in their own productions in the theme of the project. We will see some instances, some screenshots later. So how we have managed to create the school of our dreams? We have started, my class has started working in Tricider, where the students offered raw ideas, the very first ideas, in the idea of the school of their dreams. The question was, what is missing from our school and what we could do to make it better. After that, we have collected the ideas and we have created the axis of an ideal school in a Google Doc, shared to all the students of my class. And then we have copied the axis in Google, in mind map, using, we have used the tool Google It. We have the links from all the tools in the twin space of the project. And then we shared the mind map to all the partners. So we have started the basic structure of an ideal school. And in those axes, the partner students have added their ideas. So the creation was collaborative. We have worked a lot in these mind maps. In this project, we have mainly used mind maps in this tool, presentations through Prezi, and many Padlets as collaborative tools. My students have had also worked in drawing the ideal school, and we have used these posters for every one of the axes to disseminate the project in our school community. We have presented the posters in the main hall of our school, and the other students that were not partners in the project. They were not registered. During the breaks, they were adding things on that, on the main ideas. This is my class. I'm very happy from the result. My presentation is a bit backwards, starting from the final result and going to the details.
Athanasia, just
yes?
a minute. Sorry for interrupting you, but there is a participant here that says that there are no images or presentation visible. Do you see Athanasia's presentation, all of you, or you don't?
I hope it is okay.
Oh, okay. Yes, I can see it. Yes, I can see it.
Okay, so this is the final mind map, and we have picked each piece of the mind map, and we have transferred it in the Prezi presentation. I have added the links to the chat so you can navigate along. Of course, an ideal school starts from the building, the physical facilities, and here we have moderate demands from our students and to extremes also. All the all the levels we have the very simple ones, like having clean toilets, to having a pool at the school also. The building has a lot of ideas because it is where we live many hours, and it is very important for the students to meet their expectations. For the teachers also, they were very demanding. They need polite teachers updated in their teaching approaches. What has happened in the presentation? Angeliki,
I don't know. What do you see?
I see them in small icons and not presentation.
No, it is. I can see it clearly. What about the others?
Okay.
Very clear.
They are okay. So Iman says that Nina says also that it is okay.
We have discussed about the curriculum. It is a very important part of an ideal school, the curriculum. The students have come up with many ideas. Before we know about flipped classroom, I didn't know about flipped classroom that time. They have come up with the idea that they can be prepared for the class and not having homework in the standard way they used to know till then, and have more creative activities and teamwork at school. They need a transversal approach in the different subjects. It was very interesting for me to see what they were asking. And here we see that in ideal school, we need also administrative approach that is also creative, supportive. The school manager has an important role in the school culture. And we need the parents that support the school. They care about their kids, and they volunteer. They are ready to participate in the school life. And we need a supportive community. It is an ideal school is an open school, open to the community. And this is the role, the important part for a school to develop well, and offers to the community an opportunity to be in a learning environment. So an ideal school is a sustainable school. And sustainability means actually that we offer our students the educational program, physical place, and the culture to grow up as conscious global citizens. Here you see some more details of our working process, the pages about school rules, some productions in the Padlets, some videos. Our students have created videos to present their ideas also. Here you see the videos from Romanian schools, Norwegian schools, students about their expectations from the educational system and from their life at school. The expectations are not only about their career, but what they have gained as to grow up in their mindset also. Duties is a very important, interesting part of the project, because we have the teachers answering the questions and the students answering the same question. What do you think that your duties at school are? And it is interesting to see among the teachers that we approach our duties beyond the rules, beyond the regulations. We have all of us, we are willing to offer more to our students. We care more than their learning, but their safety and their well-being as well. And here you see some screenshots from the creative pages, collages, drawings, and a very nice video created by the Croatian students dancing the rules. They have created a song about the rules, and they have danced the song, and they have presented also that dance in a live event we had among classes. And it was one of the best live events I have ever been, because my class, it was the first time I was watching that video, and they stood up and started dancing as well with the other class. It is one of the happiest moments because it was their reaction. And here is a drawing of one of their students for their duties, the exams. And a nice idea, I think it is one of the practices I have followed in my next eTwinning project, is having pages about for the schools, using them as blogs, and having just the presentation of the school in that page, and links to the collaborative pages, so that each school can follow the working process, and it is easier for the evaluation of the project also. We had the evaluation of the project by the students and the teachers. Freestyle was the most interesting part. We had the Google Forms, but freestyle and open question offered us more answers, like Angela's, that she loved the video conference with the dancing that I mentioned before. And my idea is, and conclusion all this year is that getting closer to an ideal school actually means get closer to e-twinning, because e-twinning offers many hints how we can manage to make our schools better. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Athanasia, for sharing with us all these inspiring and motivating activities. I would like to ask you, did you manage to imply or to realize some of the ideas that students had about this ideal school?
Actually, changing my practices. I told you before that the students were asking about teamwork, projects, different evaluation, not tests, but creating presentation videos and having a kind of portfolio. And actually, I had started collecting their work in folders for every student, and having a kind of portfolio for my students. That was one of the very first ideas I got from these projects. It helped me to have a different approach in my teaching. I think it was very important.
And what about their ideas about the learning environment that they proposed about?
I was very, very lucky that time to be in a very nice school. Our school building was a perfect building. I should offer you, I will in the chat, I will give you some links from the interior of our schools. It is an excellent school. So actually my students did not have a lot of demands about the building. They are satisfying. That is why they were asking a pool, having a swimming pool at school. That was missing. Okay.
It could
They
be.
were more demanding about the teachers, their practices and the working, the approaches we use. And that is what I have tried to change, to update.
Thank you so much. Is there any question for Athanasia? I can see here that there is a comment from Josefina, who says that she is completely agree with the idea of the fact that e-twinning is the ideal of school, letting students be part of a global classroom, teachers sharing and caring and implementing innovative approaches. What you did and what you are doing these years, Athanasia. So I think that, yeah, everyone says that a swimming pool, it would be perfect at school. So thank you very much. And let's go to the next presenter, who is Chris Domenech from Spain, and is going to present to us the project We Are the Garbage Busters, an e-twinning project based on the environment but related to their school. So let's move the slides to the Garbage Busters and see if Chris is here. Yeah, I have seen Chris earlier, but I'm not so sure. Are you here, Chris? Or we can move on to the next presenter, and then we can come back to you. I think that I cannot see where Chris Domenech is. Anyway, is Christina still? No. So Irene, Imen, sorry. Imen, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
And yes, you are here, and yes, you can, just a minute. Just give me a second to see. You can move the slides. You can take the control and move the slides.
Okay.
So you can go just right after the garbage busters, and it is your presentation. And when Chris will be with us, it will be the part.
Sorry for interrupting, but there is a message on chat.
I cannot see the
That
chat.
Christina,
Yes.
that I understood that. That's why I'm interrupting. I'm very sorry. She says that she can't speak. She's here, but she can't speak, and her audio does not work. Okay, sorry for the interruption, just to let you know.
Okay, thank you. We will wait. If the problem won't be settled, I will do just a quick presentation of the project. So maybe you can go out of the event and come back again. And Iman, this is your turn.
Okay, so thank you so much. Hello, everyone. I will present this project named Green Behavior Code e-twinning project. So first of all, I am Iman. I'm a twinning ambassador from Tunisia, and I am a computer science teacher. I was one of the founder of this project, Green Behavior Code. This project involves 4 partners with 105 students. The partners are MSc from Romania, Iman from Tunisia, and Maria Pia from Italy, Roberto from Spain. Okay, so I will start by giving the project overview of Green Behavior Code. So first of all, we try
Iman,
Yes.
Sorry for interrupting you. Can you open your camera?
Yes, it is opened.
I cannot see you, neither the participants.
I will reopen again.
Yes, please.
I could see her before.
Yes,
okay.
Is it okay?
Yeah, we can see you now. Thank you.
Okay. So the project, I will start by the project overview. So we try to being aware that our behaviors affect deeply the environment. So we try to think about alternative behaviors more illustrated to the environment. So this project is focused on the SDGs related to environment. Sorry. Yes, we have focusing on the environmental problems and the risks. Working in international teams. We have worked in international teams. First, we have brainstormed using Pixton classes, and we have created comic stories, and we have used these stories and the avatars created collaboratively to be coded later using Scratch codes. In order to produce a green behavior code to spread around the community. And after that, we have a vote for the best green behavior code. That will be our commitment to protect our environment. I will focus on the international collaboration that we have used in this project. First, students use forums to brainstorm about the misinformation related to the nature and search the right news. These activities help them acknowledge the benefits of digital communities and resource while guiding them to successfully navigate potential pitfalls in their digital lives. So we have 9 teams, 9 international teams. Each team will focus on SDG related to the environment and environmental issues. They brainstorm, then they create comic stories using Pixton tool to create class per team, in which they create creative stories related to the nature and green. This activities helps them enhance their imagination and offers them new original ideas to be used later in coding. This is one example of a class, a Pixton class. I will focus on, for example, Team 7. Team 7, this is the students of Team 7. We have divided the students in teams according to their presentations using Scratch. For example, the first Romanian students of Team 7 start coding an idea about ecology life. Then they share it into the Scratch studio of their team. Scratch studio is a place in which all these students put their Scratch codes here to be coded collaboratively. Then the Italian students open the last code, I mean the code written by the Romanian students. They click on remix button. There are a green button named remix. Then they continue developing the Romanian idea by adding some backdrops in the coding. Then the Tunisian students of Team 7 open the Italian code. They click on remix button and they continue coding. Each student, for example, here, my students give a piece tips to preserve and save our environment. And finally, the Spanish students of Team 7 open the Tunisian code, click on remix button, then they continue coding. They enrich the code by adding their thoughts about ecology life. This is one example of the work collaboratively in Team 7. And finally, we have a final code written collaboratively by the students of Team 7, and it will be converted in a video to obtain 9 videos as final product, 1 video per team. Each video is focused on written by coding in Scratch, and each video is talking about SDG related to the environment. So we program partners. After that, we program a partners meeting in which we discuss and schedule our final green behavior code. In fact, we achieve an online meeting between all the students. First, to vote for the best green behavior code between the 9 teams, because we have 9 green behavior codes, and we want to have 1 green behavior code. So, in fact, we have 9 codes achieved collaboratively. Then we have used as a tool for voting the Mentimeter. The vote was realized live in the video conference between the students, while the online meeting among students of the project. And the code which obtains the high number of votes in the code is the code of Team 8. It represents our green behavior code for the project as an international commitment to be respected by all the members of the project. And as the purpose of this project is to raise awareness about environment and lifestyle, to promote diversity and make our students more appreciative of what they have, to learn how to program a concrete code, and we have used as a program for coding Scratch according to our curriculums. Also, we have through this project we have developed the pupils' coding skills and the entrepreneurial behavior and attitudes for our students. And also we have trained our students to be active members in a civil society. This is a general idea of my project, Green Behavior Code. And thank you so much for your attention.
Thank you so much, Imen, for sharing with us the Green Behavior Code, a collaborative code to be a commitment to protect in order to protect the environment. So yes. Congratulations, excellent work. Is there a question for Imen? I think only warm comments here in the chat box, so everything is fine and clear, of course. And now I will take the control again in order to go back and present Chris Domenech from Spain and the project We Are the Garbage Busters, sorry. Just wait for me to go back. to the presentation that Chris prepared for us. Okay, here we are. And Chris, you can, since I made you the presenter, you can activate, you can open your microphone and your camera and start presenting your work from here. You can take the control. You can take the control.
Hello. You hear me?
Yeah, yes, I can hear you perfectly well.
Thank you so much. I'm so sorry for my mistake.
No. Maybe it was my mistake because I didn't upgrade you to the presenter, and I was searching you because I had only Chris Domenech, and I didn't have any other name. So
Yes,
in the persons here, it were written something else. It was written something else, so I couldn't find it. So you can take the control and turn the slides.
All right. Thank you so much for this opportunity to show you the project that we carry out. Our name is We Are the Garbage Busters because it's based on the popular movie The Ghostbusters. So the first thing that we thought to carry out a project in eTwinning, we wanted to do something for the world, especially for our school related to the environment. So we wanted to become in the new garbage busters, the people responsible for the people responsible of the garbage of our community, educative community, our homes, and our school. We wanted to do things, little things that our students could see the results. Okay, so this project is based on the 6th grade students. And the next. Okay, let me see how to continue for the next slides.
You can take the control because you didn't take the control for the moment. You can take the control and move the slides.
Okay.
That's good. Yeah, that's perfect. Yes.
Okay, so next, fantastic. So here you can see the first thing we do was the infography. Okay, we are the garbage buster. Why we start this project? Because our students are very worried about the impact of the climate change in the ecosystems and our community. Okay, so for this reason, we decided to be active. Okay, can you see the presentation? Okay.
Yes, I can see that we are in the second slide.
Okay, fantastic. So the things, okay. So we wanted our objectives was to make a difference in our school and make some change because we were seeing that we create many garbage in our schools, especially with the snacks, the plastic, with the water bottles. So our mission as garbage buster was to make a little difference in our school. So this project, we work with different countries like Turkey, Spain, of course, Portugal, Poland, and Greece. All the teams were fantastic, and we were involved in this project. And we decided to focus the project in the popular 3 R's: recycle, reduce, and reuse. So all the school year was divided in these 3 R's, okay? One in the first trimester and the second and the third, okay? Next. So we make cooperative works where the students were sitting down together and they divided their missions. Some of them were the secretaries, people who was responsible to write all the ideas and to remember the duties to do for the next session. Some of them were the controller, other were the coordinators, and other the spoken person, were the person in charge of talk to the teacher, just to make some order and silence in the class. So a group has the mission of being the journalists. I mean, they have to get some news related to the environment and to bring to the class and to the school some news about what's happening with the trees, with the forests in the world. Other students were the researchers, all of the builders and the garbage busters. Okay, the builders were the people who make some toys and some arts and crafts with recycled materials. And then the garbage busters, you will see in the next slides, were the people who was responsible of picking up all the papers, the garbage that was on the floor in the school, in the playground. Okay, next. So the first thing that we made was a SWOT, and we focus on the weakness, threats, strength, and opportunities that our school has. The weakness was that we throw many plastic at the school, and especially what I said before, the water bottles and the snacks. And the threats is that we don't have enough beans at our school. So our students didn't have the opportunity to throw the papers in the correct place. But on the other hand, we have the strength that there are many students encouraged to work together on this topic. And the opportunities is that we have the opportunity to make it where all the educative community. We didn't want our project was only in the 6th grade. We wanted to disseminate all this project in all the educative community. I mean, all the schools from the 3 years old until the 12 years old, and parents and our city. So here, bins everywhere. We call the town hall from our city, and we ask them some bins, bins for the plastic and bins for the paper, but they weren't enough. So we pick up some boxes that we had in the school, and they were made of cardboard. So our students decided to cover them with paper and to stick the logo of our project, Garbage Buster. So we cover some of them yellow for the plastic and some of them blue for the papers. And they put both bins in every class of the school, in every class, and they explain our intention and the objectives of our project. These are my cute garbage busters. They had, I don't know this in English, I think it's a hook, I don't know, metallic hook. And they were the people who was in the playground when all the students were having the snack. And their principal objective was to make aware other people and say, please pick up your papers, please be careful. And if they found, for example, something on the floor, they pick up with that material, and they really feel important. Another thing that we do was related to the environment was to adopt a pet. We wanted to help the environment and to help especially animals in danger of extinction. So we contact with company, and we offer the idea to adopt a pet, but it was, I can't remember the price, but we need money. So our students thought that a good idea could be to make some cookies and to sell them in a celebrity that we meet at the school with the parents, with teachers, students. We sell some biscuits to earn some money, and then we could adopt the pet. I like this idea because our students were very aware and were very responsible to get money for these objectives. So now we divided the school year in 3 trimesters. So the first trimester, we focus on the reuse. So we use material, recycling material, to make different things. For example, here they are playing with the caps of the beers, of the bottles, and we saw other students that you can play with simple things that we have at home. And for example, I don't know if you can see clearly because the picture is little, but here they are playing, making some race with the caps of the bottles. And here they are, it's like similar to basketball. They have a box and the balls were made of paper, used paper that anybody wants. So they have to play with this. And here they make some notebooks with used paper that nobody wants. On the one side was clean and you could write, but on the other side you couldn't. But we make benefit of all these parts, and then they decorated the notebooks. In addition, we use all the caps of the bottles to make an ocean in our corridors and to make the fish, the whales, with different size of the caps of the bottles. It was very satisfying but terrible because it was a mess in our class with amount of bags, plenty of caps of the bottles. And then we decided to make a challenge because we wanted to make a difference, as I said before, and not wear plastic bottles. We wanted to use reusable plastic bottles or metallic bottles, not crystal because it's not, we can't do that in the school, but reusable plastic bottles. And we made a challenge. It was incredible because many students made the change. So at Christmas, we wanted to do something for the smallest students of our school, and we make crackers. Okay, so we make the roll paper from the toilet. We wrap it with newspaper and we put inside a little toy that we have at home. We didn't buy anything. And then we put inside confetti and they give to the smallest students in the class. This was a way of showing off our project to the smallest. And at Christmas, we invent a song related to the environment and we use material to make music, and it was a percussion time. It was so funny. On the second trimester, we focus on the second R, recycle. So we make musical instruments and they put some stickers, they draw. And here they are painting. They really enjoy with these activities. And with students with special needs was working with us in this activity with their teachers, and they really enjoy. We put some coffee here and it makes some noise. At Carnival, they decided to get dressed in the Garbage Busters as the Ghostbusters. So we asked in a shop next to in a mall next to our school, some box make of cardboard and they paint it and they make their own customs. On the one part on the right, these are the Garbage Busters. If you see the custom, and on the left, they are the garbage, but they feel very proud because they say that they were the spatial garbage. And on the third trimester, we focus on the third R, reduce, and we talk about the Black Friday, because on the Black Friday here in Spain, I suppose it's the same in Europe, but here in Spain, there are special offers and all the people get crazy and want to buy. Is buy for buying, and even if you don't need anything. So we make a talk and we make aware other people about this day, and then they write some items and some objectives of this day, and then they give these ideas to all the teachers of the school. This was a video on the right, on the left part. This was a video, but we don't have time. Okay, what about the dissemination? I have seen your projects from all the other partners. You are great, but I can realize that I didn't show in this presentation all the things that we make together among all the schools, but I'm going to explain you. For the dissemination, we make talkatives, environmental talks, and plant a tree. We make some works, how you saying? We make some activities from all the class in the school. Okay, so we show them how to plant a tree with the yogurt, the yogurt material, and they talk about the environment, and they make different activities for all the school and for all the families. For working together the schools, we make some video conference among the students. We make Padlets sharing our recycled activities. And we made a monthly magazine. Every month we upload different activities, and the magazine was made among all the countries. We made an Instagram account, videos, and we appear in the local newspaper of our city with this project. And of course, we were in the website of our schools. And that's all. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you very much, Chris. Congratulations for the great work that you have done with your students, and I would like to say that I am amazed because I also do environmental activities with my students, and I did several projects related with reusing, recycling, and so on. But you did a very great work here, and I will highlight the students' agency ideas that Natalia mentions here as well, because your students acted like this, and I was amazed about the fact that you created a lot of reusable things, a lot of art using material that you already had at your school, and you collected at your place.
Yes. It was a mess, but it was very, very satisfying.
Natalia mentions here several things. Natalia, would you like to open your microphone and make a comment on Chris's work? Just a minute to see if you have the rights to talk. If you don't, I will make you the presenter, and okay, here you are. Yeah, I think now you can manage to open your microphone and your camera, because you mentioned a lot of things regarding the twinning schools and the pillars that yeah.
Yeah, I liked Chrissy's project very much because she started using a SWOT analysis. This is not something that happens very frequently at schools, although it's the scientific way to approach a project. And I love the idea that the students are very much involved in taking decisions, implementing the parts that are designed maybe by the teacher. I don't know. I had the feeling that the students are also involved in designing and implementing. I suppose I got it right. And I also like the idea that you have included the whole school. This is not something that happens frequently because it's very difficult to coordinate all these people and manage to, disseminate within the school. Sounds as an easy idea, but it isn't that easy, especially when you want to organize an event like the one that you had. And I also like the idea of the Instagram account. I'm not sure whether that was pulled off by the students themselves, but if you did do that using the students themselves, that was a brilliant idea. I think.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome. You're welcome.
We can see here different parts of Chris' presentation. Is there any question, or is there someone who would like to mention or to ask something? As you can see in the chat box, the comments are very warm for you and your project, Chris. And Sophia, you can open your microphone. I think that you have the right to. If not,
Yes, I can.
okay.
Yes, I did. It was amazing how many activities there were, different activities, and activities that involved all the senses of the children. This is something that I noticed. I don't know if it was intentional, but I think they must have enjoyed it so much. And especially the coordination that was followed there. I mean, you must have done a lot of research before actually during the part of designing the project, I think. Because I mean, we can see it there because there were activities that were the transition from one to the other was very smooth across the whole school. So congrats. I mean, it really is amazing.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Chris. And I would like now to give the floor to Irene Confalone from Italy, who is going to present us a special needs lesson for a wonderful student, respect even in virtual reality. But Irene, I would like no, this is not the presentation. Just give me the right to upload yours. It could be ready in 1 or 2 minutes because, as I said at the beginning, I divided them in 3 parts, and your presentation is at the beginning of the second part, and now it is being uploaded. So let's talk about what you are going talk about a little what you are going to present to us.
Yes, of course. I would like to say hello and thank you very much to Angeliki for this opportunity. It's a great pleasure to see you again and see other ambassadors that I know, and it's a great pleasure to see them. Sophia, for example, and other e-twiners. Okay.
Now you can take
this is
the
my presentation.
yes, and now you
Yes,
can take the
okay.
control and start presenting it. It's not so okay. You managed to do it. Perfect.
Okay. Then the title of our project, it is okay. Oh, first of all, this is the school we love because we thought that we want to renew our school. In which way? I have to say that the idea was the campaign, the twinning campaign that I had the honor to be a coach. It was in October, and I had the opportunity to cooperate with other schools, and I had the idea to give the input, the motivation to create new projects for newcomers. And this was the idea that came out: respect for others, even in virtual reality. Then the idea was to create a new world, a new school, where even with virtual reality, with augmented reality, we can change our school. How? a new challenge. This project will undoubtedly give all participants the opportunity to be full and consciously integrated into everyday life, with the contribution of new technologies used by the children to develop new skills related to digital citizenship. The goals were to create, this is a great presentation of one of my students, Georgia. Oh, I don't know if, is it possible to see the movie? Maybe, yes.
You can, yes, you can.
Oh, yes, yes. Oh, great. This is a presentation made with CoSpaces. It's a great tool that I had the opportunity to learn because we never stop learning. The partners can you see? Georgia created a world with the respect of human rights. Because first of all, we have to change our world if we respect each other. And the partners of this project were first of all, an excellent teacher from Palermo in Sicily, another teacher from Slovakia, and afterwards, at the end of the project, Theodora from Greece joined our project. And then we had the opportunity then to use these tools, new tools, and acquire the basic skills of 3D creation. Okay. Then respect for others in virtual reality. We created so many videos that my students, they had to create and invent such beautiful stories with the respect for nature, respect for animals, and they used so many tools and new tools. I had to underline that after I've been teaching for 30 years, but this year I changed. I changed school, and even I was, before I was teaching to the primary school. This year I'm teaching in a secondary school. Then it was a very challenging for me to change my strategies, my methodology, and first of all, I had to find a new relationships with the students, older students. But in the project, we had different types and different age, different groups of students. We have been working with little students from primary school, secondary school, and from liceo. And the important thing was that in these relationships, those relationships, all the students were teaching one from the other. This is another wonderful video about respect for animals. Okay. This was just one example, but I would like to say that the song was given from the activities in e-twinning platform. As you can see, there was so many activities about respect for future, respect for nature, and my students choose the same song of Michael Jackson. Those are the schools involved, and this is another example of another particular tool. And another important thing that we made, it was the inclusion. This video is the creation of one student of mine that is autistic, and he created a storytelling, and with this particular example, Piero, this is, oh, I stop here. Even if he is autistic, he can speak a very a beautiful language. So in this way, I would like to say that the school we love is created in inclusion and respect for future and for people that live next to us. And at the end of the project, we realized a very impressive questionnaire for all the students, and the students appreciated a lot this sort of project, even if it was difficult and challenging. And in our school, we have got different Erasmus Plus, different projects. And so we are going to disseminate the result of this project in all the Erasmus, and then we can have the opportunity to develop all those ideas. Thanks for watching.
Thank you so much, Irene, for sharing with us this very interesting lesson, special needs lesson. Well, there are some questions here in the chat box. For example, what is the name of the tool that you used for the comic?
Yes, CoSpaces. And because, yes, my partner from Palermo, he is an ambassador of CoSpaces. He gave us the opportunity to use this tool in a free way. Mm-hmm. Because we had to pay this tool, and I have been studying and learning from all the other partners. CoSpaces Edu.
Okay.
I will write on
please. On the chat box. Yes, please. Yeah. Yes. Well, we are waiting for the presentation to be uploaded again. Let's see what other questions or comments are in the. Okay. Here it is. The CoSpaces Edu. Please, the one who click on the button to stop sharing. I am trying to share the presentation again, and let's see what other comments are here in the chat box. Athanasia also said that she had created something with a paid tool. Can you share with us, Athanasia, this tool?
Well, I was thinking that the question was about previous presentation. I have showed the comic. It was made with Pixton. It was the paid version. Nowadays, all the features are locked, so we have to pay if we need to use it. CoSpaces is not about comics, it's about creating 3D worlds. It's a great collaborative tool. Even for one class, we can register our students and create a class, and they work on the same project in co-spaces. I have used it in another project with Imen when we were working with Imen. It was immense idea actually. I think that having a knowledge about these tools help us and our students to visualize our dreams, to make our dreams having a first view of a dream that comes true. In this world, they have experienced a world where no discrimination exists. They respect each other. So it was a very good approach for their students to practice working together and being together respectfully and inclusively. Very good ideas. Thank you very much for sharing these.
So as
And I would like to add something. Yes,
yes,
thank
of
you
course.
very much. Thank you very much. And in this way, with this project, we had the opportunity to develop the language because we have been writing in English, speaking in English, and try to understand the messages. It was a very, very good way to learn and to improve the language, the foreign language. Thank you very much.
We thank you very much, Irene, for being here and sharing these very interesting and motivating activities that you have done with your students. Well, according to the program, Marika MS and Cimpean is now in the queue, but I cannot see her in the participants. If she is here, please raise your hand. Otherwise, we can go to the next presenter. And the next project that it is, just give me a second, it is our common emotions dictionary. We all feel the same. Angeliki Papadopoulou from Greece is going to present it to us. And it is about a dictionary included in the project that they ran this year with 4 schools from Germany, Greece and Italy with the title Inclusion, the Only Solution. She is here, Angeliki is here with us. She has the microphone and the camera, these options open. And Angeliki, let me go to your presentation that you prepared. And here it is. You can take the control. Okay, perfect. And you can start presenting us your project and your idea.
Okay. Good afternoon, fellow teachers. My name is Angeliki Papadopoulou. I am from the Greek primary state sector. I teach students from 7 to 11 years old. It has been a pleasure to attend this conference and listen to all these extremely interesting presentations so far. I aim to present an activity we have designed and implemented with our students in the context of an in-twinning project. It's only an activity, okay? It's not the whole project. So in this project titled Inclusion, the Only Solution, #Skills Labs, it is happening now this academic year. We are the 18th primary school of Karditsa in Greece. We, with Charikli Aliakou, the German teacher, and me, the English teacher of the school, is Paraskevi Doya from the 10th primary school of Karditsa, which is our neighbor school. Heidi Giese from the Anna Frank School in Esfenge, Germany, and Anna Maria Caldarelli from Istituto Comprensivo d'Aosto Taviano in Italy. So, inclusion, the only solution. So what we thought was to ask ourselves and ask the students as well, how does a school include students of minorities in terms of religion, of race, of language, the migrants, the refugees, and those who have disabilities or learning disorders or special needs. We think that inclusion is very crucial, because inclusive education nurture effective teamwork and build strong relationships among the peers and the students and teacher. The problem, however, is how do we raise awareness to the students? So what we actually did is that we chose a film. It is called The Silent Child. It's an Oscar-winning short film. I don't know if you know this film. It's a brilliant film. It takes only 12 minutes to watch it. It's written by Rachel Seddon, who stars in this film as well. It's about a deaf girl, a 6-year-old deaf girl, who leads a very silent life. Her parents, her family is not very supportive. And the social worker comes to work with her and learn her the sign language. And we see how important it is for deaf children to be included in the school environment. And the prerequisite for this inclusion is for students, other students and teachers to know how to speak the sign language, which is, of course, very difficult and really a dream come true. So after the children watch the film, and we ask them questions. That there is a follow-up activity with a discussion. How does the child feel? Do all characters feel the same way? We try to make students empathize with and sympathize with the girl. We ask them if they ever felt this way, what were their emotions, and to give a happy ending or a different end of the story, because the story isn't a happy end story. Okay, so we make them have a critical thinking about this film. Then we use the tool of the answer garden, where what the children actually do, they write down all the emotions, all the feelings they felt after watching this film. And as you see here, they feel sad, they feel touched, they feel angry and unhappy with the silent life that this young child has. The third activity after that is that we created a Google Doc, which we called it a multilingual dictionary. And here, if you may see, there is a list of all 3 languages. 4th is the English language of all the students. That they have actually, we have actually listed the emotions of the students. So we all feel the same because they are sad, and we learn how this sad is called in other languages as well. And then we created with a book creator a multilingual audio dictionary, where, as you can see, one page has one feeling, and the children actually write in all 4 languages, and they pronounce these words. And this is the dictionary, and they learn so many languages, and they learn all these beautiful things, and they understand that we all feel the same, no matter how we pronounce the word, because the feelings are all the same. I don't want to take much of your precious time. That was the activity we did. Thank you so much for your attention. That's it. Thank you.
We thank you, Angeliki, and as far as I can see here, your partner, Chariklia Liakou, hello, Chariklia, says some things here. Let me upgrade her just to add her comments. Chariklia, give me a second, and I will give you the rights of the microphone and so on, but I have to find you first. So with Chariklia, I think that we met in the past as ambassadors, as a twinning ambassadors. You can open your microphone and your camera.
Hello there. I just wanted to say that the project idea at the beginning was developed because of a K Action 2 Erasmus Plus application we submitted with the partner Italian school on the previous and on this round with the title creating the inclusive school of our dreams. I tipped wrong, not the dream, the inclusive school of our dreams. And now the project runs, still runs, and the activities and tasks are still in process with the German and the other Greek school.
So we wish you luck for your
Thank
project. Okay, and now, dear participants, we have two more presentations from Claudia and Tanya until we had until 6 o'clock. But since it is already 6 o'clock and it is scheduled a coffee break, do you like to do this coffee break or to proceed with the two presentations and then make the coffee break? What do you think? What do you want? Just give me proceed. Okay, just to proceed. Do you also agree with Nina to proceed? Okay. Coffee break. So let's see. To proceed, one coffee break. Let's say that it could be nice to make 15 or 20 minutes. No coffee break. No coffee break. Okay, let's go to the two next presentations from Claudia and Tanya, and then we will make a coffee break. Okay. Claudia, you have the rights to be the presenter. You can open your camera and your microphone. You are here as a presenter. Okay, perfect. And hello, welcome. So Claudia Natale from Italy is going to present us the project Think Globally, Eat Locally. They started, as she says, with a video about the 17th United Nations Sustainable Development Goals included in the 2040 Agenda. Then they studied the definition of sustainability and hunger and the slow food movement in Italy and the world and the importance of KM food and food waste reduction. I won't read anymore because I would like you to explain to us what is this slow food movement and the importance of KM food. I'm really very curious, Claudia. You can turn now. Yeah, here is your presentation.
Okay. Hello, I'm very happy to see you, and I'm very pleased to present my very simple lesson plan. I'm a teacher of secondary school, and this is a lesson plan made together with my students on theme of sustainability. Our school is a large agro-food campus, and we produce and cultivate flowers, honey, fruit, wine, vinegar.
Tatiana, sorry for interrupting you because your image is your camera is frozen. Did you take the control to move the slides? take the control from me in order to be able to turn the slides. Okay, okay. It's on the left.
Don't move.
For those one who used it, Athanasia, can you describe her where it is? Because I cannot see this. It's on the left, I know it for sure.
Well, I am not, I cannot see that, Angeliki, I'm sorry.
Okay.
For
So
me,
it's,
Angeliki, it's on the top of the
sorry
screen.
for jumping in. I am Tatiana and I will take the floor later. Now, the speaker is from Italy.
yes, Tatiana, you are later. You are at 7,
Yes.
20 minutes past 7, and it is only 6 o'clock. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So now is the turn of Claudia. Claudia, do you have? Did you take the control?
I don't know in which way.
Claudia, it is on the top. In the middle of your screen, you see a button that says take control.
Yeah, take control.
You have to click that.
Yeah, I think that you have the control.
I don't know.
Okay, can you turn the slides? No, it's not. It's not this. It's not this. And now you are sharing your screen. Wait a minute. I will do it again.
I don't see the.
Yeah, can you stop can you stop your sharing, because you are sharing your screen now?
Click on the X.
All right, but I can't.
There is an X on your screen. Click on it. Yes.
Okay. So let's do again
my slide. Sorry.
No, wait a second. I will upload the presentation again. Don't worry. Don't worry. Just it takes some time because the presentations are very big and they need some time, and they are heavy also, and they need some time to re-upload. So when the presentation will be uploaded, you will take the control from me and start turning only the slides, nothing else. And when you finish, please don't click on the button stop sharing, because I will have to re-upload it again. Okay. So let's wait for it to be uploaded. It needs some time. And I would like to say that in these live events, things are happening to go in delay, sometimes 10 or 20 minutes as well, because we are a lot of participants with some technical issues sometimes, and we need to give time to the previous and the ones that are after us. We will skip after Claudia. We will give the floor to Tanya Grabko from Ukraine, and then we will make we will skip the step of the game, and we will make a short break, because we are here almost not almost, we are here more than 2 hours, and then we will give the floor to the next presenters. Let's see what is happening now with the presentation. I think that we are almost at the end, but please, each one that finishes the presentation, don't click on stop sharing, because afterwards it needs some time to upload it again. So now you can you can go on. You can go on, Claudia.
I'm Claudia Natale. This is
yes.
from Folone, from Italy.
Yes, because you have the rights now, and you can click on. Click on.
Okay.
Click on to skip this slides that Irene presented to us and go to the next, to your presentation.
Okay.
After Irene is the presentation. No, please go on. And then we have, please go on. Okay, I will take the control.
Okay.
To do it faster, let's keep Marika's presentation as well, and just give me the right to turn the slides, and we will be, once we will be at your turn. Tanya, please let me and Claudia to do
Okay.
the turn on of the slides.
You are welcome.
I'm so sorry.
No worries. These things are happening.
Okay.
So, Claudia, no, this is Angeliki's presentation about the
last
dictionary.
presentation.
Yeah, and here it's you. So,
okay,
take
right.
the control again and
okay.
That's
I
perfect. Okay,
yes.
this is perfect. Yes.
Okay.
Please proceed.
So this is a think globally and eat locally, because everyone can contribute to good, clean, and fair quality of life by making the right choices and individual behavior. And my students will be are third, fourth, and fifth grade students, and they will be future pastry chef. So they are very interested in the theme of sustainability and environment. Okay. We started our lesson watching the video about the presentation of the 17 United Nations Sustainability Goals, and we discussed some of them. Zero hunger and no poverty in all its forms everywhere, climate action to combat climate change, quality education to promote lifelong learning opportunities. And we talked about the concept of a sustainable society, and we studied the definition of sustainability, that is used to refer to the idea of meeting the needs of the present without compromising the ability of a future generation to meet their needs. And this concept refers to three main areas that are environment, society, and economics, and that are interconnected. This is a mind map I made for my student with special needs to study the definition of sustainability, and we talk about sustainable diet that is protective and respectful of biodiversity, and that is accessible and economically fair and affordable. This is another map, mind map, about two institutions fighting hunger. And we talked about the concept of hunger, and that is, according to the FAO, a painful physical sensation caused by insufficient consumption of dietary energy. FAO and the WFP in this mind map. The slow food movement is a non-profit eco-gastronomic organization founded by Carlo Petrini in Italy in 1989 with other foodies, and now is an international, very important organization that with the aims of preventing the disappearance of a local tradition and counteract fast life and fast food. Actually, this organization promotes a wide understanding of food and sustainable choices around the world. And we study the life of and the work of a lot of slow food chefs, such as Massimo Bottura, that is very famous for because he take care about 0 kilometer ingredients together with Italian tradition. This is a map of slow food with the project, the Arc of Taste, Chef Alliance, Presidia, Terra Madre, and slow food in Italy, farm to table, farm to fork, is a movement that promotes local food, seasonal food, where there is no transport involved. Allora, this is my simple lesson plan. The topic was food wastage reduction and last minute market. My students made an output, an advert for an anti-food waste campaign, and I'm so sorry, but I can't show you this output, but I wish I can share by twin space if it is possible. And this is an example of my work. They work in groups of 3 people and have to plan an advert for an anti-food waste campaign, discuss and decide, for example, with key questions such as who is your advert addressed to? Do you intend to have a little or a lot of information in your advert? Would you like to include a slogan? And they practice, they discuss and commented the work in class. Okay. This is the link of our school. If you want to visit our campus, you're welcome. And thank you very much for your attention. And it's the first time that I participate for a project. And thank you so much.
We would like to thank you very much, Claudia, and we would like to have you in the future with us, both in the Creative Classroom group with the interactive activities and also in the future unconferences. So, any question here? You have great comments such as interesting sustainable ideas, and thank you for sharing also what you said about the KM food and also the movement that it is going on in Italy. So let's go on to Tanya Grabko from
Thank you so
Ukraine.
much.
We thank you. From Tanya Grabko from Ukraine, and she's going to present us the project Sen and Sen at the War Time. It's a project delivering experience in the circumstances of the war and how to organize, include, involve, and encourage and support each learner when they are studying remotely. Tanya, welcome here in this 8th Unconference, and take the control, and please go on with your presentation.
Okay. I'm here. Hello, everyone. Well,
take the control, Tanya. Take the control from the bottom.
okay. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I'm so happy to participate in this conference. Thank you, Angeliki, for inviting me and for including me into this event. You know that how it is complicated to work as now a Ukrainian teacher. I live in a small town, Solona, not far from Dnipro. It is in the center of Ukraine, and you know that at the very time we live in war conditions, because Russia is bombing us, and most of my learners, they have no opportunity. Not most, but all our learners, they stay at home, and they have no opportunity to study at school. So we have our distant lessons in those regions where it is possible. About 10 regions where children can't study either, because they left their homes and they went to different regions and different European countries because they are refugees. As for me, I am a teacher of English. I work more than 20 years as a teacher of English. And I want to share, I try to be short and specific because I know that each of us want to drink a hot cup of coffee. So I look, as I said, I live in Ukraine. I live in a small, very picture square town, and we have a very good, a very new and comfortable school for children with some special educational needs and for children who have some disabilities. We have special classrooms, we have lifts for them, we have a lot of some special devices for these children. I'd like to talk about not only special educational needs, but how to save, engage, and navigate children at this very time when we do our lesson from our homes. So my first activity was to give me 5. Just 1 minute for this activity. So give me 5 if you teach your students English. Okay, give me 5. So show me your
I'm not an English teacher. Just
okay.
all the
But
others just stop.
Switch your cameras. I see some 5s. Thank you very much. And I see some, virtual palms. Thank you. Give me 5 if you live in European country. Yeah, okay. Give me 5 if you like spring. Yeah, okay, thank you very much. Give me 5 if you are involved in some projects. And give me 5 if you are adult working in twinning projects with partners from European countries. Yeah, Okay, thank you very much. So this activity I use with my learners when I do my classes, English classes, or when I organize meetings connected with delivering projects. So I share with you, and maybe you have used it already, maybe you will use it later. So I want to present two current projects which we deliver with my partners. It is Touch to Nature, the first project, and the second one is We Learn Socially and Emotionally. The previous speaker, not that was before me, but two persons before me, the colleague has shared the idea of Common Emotions Dictionary. So a great idea, and it is their project is closely connected with our project We Learn Socially and Emotionally. And I like to add that as our project has started in January, February. On the February 24th, the war has started in Ukraine. And our project, when I shared my impressions and my children communicated with the learners from different countries which take part in these projects, mostly the Turkish schools take part in them, then schools from Hungary, from Poland, from Spain. When we shared our emotions and feelings and photos, pictures, drawings, so the project has made a shift, and now they are connected with peace, with our dreams about calm, about peace, and about it's our desire, it's our dream to sleep, not to be afraid, not to be scared, and so on and so forth. So now, and that's why I have chosen the title SEN Special Educational Needs, because now I know that all my learners, I teach learners from 6 to 16 at school, and I am a teacher trainer from British Council. So I know that all my learners, they have special educational needs because they live in wartime. So, and my task as a teacher, now I am not only a teacher, I am a facilitator, because I want to involve my learners, I want to help them, I want to save, engage, and navigate them in this difficult time. So here from these photos you can see how we delivered some activities which were connected to this project, because we started at school when we were starting offline, and we talked about our sweet homes, and we did some handmade activities. And the second on the second picture you can see that when we started at the time remotely, and we created from Lego. We used Lego for creating something what I have in my plate, what is good, what is bad, what I like, and the next. And now you can see one more activity. I have mentioned that our project has made the shift, and peace was and freedom, friendship, sorry, was included into our projects. And here you can see my learners with their pictures. They expressed their feelings and dreams about peaceful life, about beauty of Ukraine, and so on and so forth. So we draw peace and we dream about peace. I have noticed that my children's avatars has changed. We need, when we teach remotely, we use different messengers. We use Telegram channels, we use WhatsApp, we use Viber, and my learners, and even in Google, if they have their accounts, they have changed their avatars, and on the background you could see our national flag, blue and yellow. And if you follow social media, Facebook or Twitter and so on and so forth, you have noticed our colors, because this topic is very urgent. We couldn't believe that it can happen with us, with Ukrainians, because before the 24th of February, we lived like one family, we and Russia. We were friends, we were like sisters. Two countries, like we lived like sisters, because we, you know, that we were as a former Soviet Union. It was one large country, and after that we were separately, and now we are enemies. It's I can't believe it. Okay, so let's come to our page. I have said what was we add what just a second, applications we use when we deliver our projects. The Kahoot was mentioned already, Story Jumper, then Mentimeter. Here you can see our dreams. So let's do after the war. So, and my learners, they have expressed their dreams, their ideas. What would they like to do? Some of them want to sleep calmly. Some, because sometimes we have our lessons in bomb shelters. Can you imagine that we even deliver our lessons from there? They want to meet with their friends. They want to communicate. They want to meet each other. They want to go somewhere, and they expressed their dreams. And I want to save it. And after, when we will win the victory, I'll show them, and all of our dreams will come true. Believe me, I'll do my best to do it. And I want to ask you to pray for Ukraine. I want to say glory to Ukraine. I want to say glory to our defenders, for our army, Ukrainian army, because real heroes defend us. And thank you very much. And I want to wish you a good cup of coffee and enjoy it. And bye for now. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you very much, Tanya. Thank you very much for being here with us and presenting us the project and the effort that you do this period with your students teaching remotely, trying to integrate e-twinning projects in their life in this kind of reality that you face this period. So I had prepared a game for you, but as Tanya said, it's time to have a coffee break or a tea break, because you need it, and Tanya proposed it also, and we are on time to have a coffee break, because after the break, Aida Lumsi from Albania won't be here with us as is ill. So Natalia and Sofia, since they are with us, they can prepare themselves and to meet us in 10 minutes. What do you think? Is it okay in 10 minutes? Okay, so we will start again in 10 minutes with Natalia, Gigi and Sofia Kouzouli, who are going to present us our Dream School a Volunteer Challenge. I will stop for the moment the recording here and press the button again later.